and missed the bus and did not fathom the criticality of semiconductors and electronics. And you know that by 2014, next time, in 2011, they invited an EOI for semiconductor fabrication plant. That did not go anywhere. 2013, nothing happened. A fab city was launched, nothing happened. And this is very important for us to understand. In 87, we were just 2 years behind the latest node in chips. And today we are 12 generations behind. This is the gap that has been caused. This is how far behind we have been left in semiconductors in the last 40 years of inaction. So now I want to talk about 18 months, what we have done in this context. That we are a rising force in the RISC-V program. Prime Minister set out in December 2021, 76,000 crores. Future design, in the design part of the semiconductor ecosystem, we are charging forward today with almost 30 startups. 5 startups have been given direct government financial support and 25 more are being evaluated. We have implemented in a very short period of time a comprehensive curriculum in partnership with industry to create 85,000 highly talented, globally skilled, global talent for VLSI, from PhDs, postdoctorate, masters and bachelors. State-of-the-art ATMP project is coming up, the first one of its kind, which will create 5,000 and 15,000 indirect jobs. Micron, which is a global leader in memories. Several proposals in ATMP and fabs have been evaluated by the ISM. The SCL Mohali is being modernized, and a global standard India Semiconductor Research Center is being set up. ये 15 महीने का रिपोर्ट कार्ड है और मैंने पिछले 70 साल का भी रिपोर्ट कार्ड आपको दिखा दिया. Next. That's it. So I just wanted to give you a context, because sometimes there are people, either lack of understanding or deliberately, will characterize the last 15 months of effort in different ways. But India's story on semiconductor, the vision of India being a semicon nation, has started 15 months ago for the first time after 70 years. And we are on track to do in the next 10 years, with these $10 billion, what countries like China took $200 billion, 25, 30 years and could not succeed. And I welcome you all to the second edition of Semicon India in Gandhinagar. Very fitting place for the second edition of Semicon India, a global summit where over 200 top delegates and companies from around the world are attending, where every leading semiconductor company in the world, every leading semiconductor name in the world is attending and is being represented. And at the same time, startups and India's semiconductor talent and capabilities are also on display. So I just wanted to give you this as a sort of a curtain raiser introduction into the second edition of Semicon India, which the Honorable Prime Minister is inaugurating tomorrow. Bas. Thank you.
Sir, any major tie-ups or collaboration we're looking forward in this?
Dekhiye, this is a background. When there is an announcement and tie-up, we will be the first ones to invite you and talk to you about it. But this is really not a presentation to talk about tie-ups as much as to tell you the velocity with which we are moving ahead after almost 65, 75 years of a break being put on these ambitions of India being a semiconductor nation.
Sir, US Rajeev Chandrasekhar, Micron was also voting for the Gujarat plant.
बोला लिखा हुआ उसमें first line is that Micron.
What is the volume of business that we are looking at in maybe like 3 to 5 years?
Look, I will give you some ballpark numbers for your understanding.
Yeah.
China, that does today $900 billion of exports on electronics, imports about $400 to $500 billion of semiconductors. The global marketplace for semiconductors is about little north of $1 trillion. You understand what I'm saying? So this is, and nobody can estimate the rate at which the world will digitize over the next 5 years, excepting to today say that rate will be something which is unprecedented and it will be very fast. These are the new normals that we are living in. Digitization, digital products and semiconductors are at the heart of every global economy, including our own digital economy goals. And our Semicon India vision, mission, launched by our Prime Minister, our vision is to create more and more opportunities for Indians, Indian startups, Indian youth, by building an ecosystem that is vibrant, growing, and is a major presence in the global semiconductor value chain. Sure?
What is the key gain that we can expect from Semicon? What was the main idea?
No, look, if you go back, I don't know how many of you attended the first Semicon India. I'm sure you attended. There was a lot of cynicism and question marks based on our experiences of the 65 years of history, 70 years of history. I can assure you today that there is not one person in the semiconductor global ecosystem that does not look at India as a very credible, viable and fast charging destination for semiconductor investment and innovation.
Also, one more question on the component side. What are we going to do to make sure that the component and ancillary industry is there, because that's a key requirement for the success?
Look, the deepening and broadening of the electronics ecosystem is our stated goal, it's our Prime Minister's stated goal. Semiconductors are a very important part of the deepening strategy. We believe as the scales of our electronics products reach global scales, which we are in smartphone category, it will also be in the server and IT category, and it will be also in wearables and hearables category, that the necessary policy framework is already in place to create a vibrant component ecosystem. And if there is any need for the government to intervene and create more PLI type of schemes, we will do so. But we are absolutely committed to creating a globally competitive component ecosystem, one of which is going to be the semiconductor ecosystem.
India being, one small question, India being...
मैं निकल रहा हूँ सर, नहीं तो वहाँ से मुझे नौकरी से निकाल देंगे पार्लियामेंट में. Thank you.
सर फॉक्सकॉन ने अभी तक अप्लाई किया क्या?